Compelling compendium of Irish animals. It's really good because you learn about animals and like all different types of things about them, and it's really, really good, and the animals are so cool.
It's about animals that can be found all throughout Ireland.
I loved the pictures. They were all very realistic. It wasn't all that cartoony, which was nice.
All the pictures are so colourful and realistic. It's like you could just pet one now.
Tin.
Tin is about an orphan who is friends with a bunch of robots, and the mechanic took him in and he's going on a big adventure.
I felt like they had a lot of personality to them. It felt like you were there and you were seeing it all because the way they described it, their emotions, it was very good.
It's about robots that are sentient, I suppose. They know that they're robots. I think that the message of the book is about accepting everyone no matter who they are or what they are.
It's a very heartwarming book because you get to know the characters so well and then you feel kind of sad leaving them.
Beag bídeach. Is faoi Colin beag atá gcéire a bheith beag bídeach. Right, tá sé gcéire sprí le a Bhforbacha sa teach beag. Ach nuair tá sí isteach sa teach Bhforbacha, bíonn sí gcéire óiltíns ach níl an uisce an. Agus an sin tá sí gcéire ihe caca ach tá sé sin dinta as pleisteach.
Ceapan me sé tána picturí go deas mar tá go leor daithne difriúil I gach picture. I like this page.
An cacht as an leabhar seo ná bhí sásta as an méastá agat.
The Puka Party!
The puka is a shapeshifter. It can turn into a goat, a cat, a dog, an eagle, a horse, a snail, a hare, or even a person.
So the puka is like very lonely, and one day he decides he wants to have a party so he can invite all his friends around.
But nobody comes, and then he falls asleep, and then once he wakes up, they're all there.
And then look, they had a cake fight!
The puka party has lots of colours, and it's not like really busy, so it's really nice because it's really calm.
This is my favourite bit because I like the illustrations and I like all the mythical creatures in it.
Mugging about.
It's about a young boy called Moncron and he's very bold.
It's about a boy who is being forced to be a monk by his family, but he just wants to be having fun with his friend.
Most funny books are like all the same, but this one's kind of different.
It's a fiction that's based on fact, and I just like it because of that.
Flying tips for flightless birds.
It's about a boy who's in the circus. His name is Finch. It's pretty much just follows him around. The story says things from it's like a third person kind of perspective.
I really liked it because it kind of like explores what it's like to live in a family who isn't that, who hasn't got that much money. And I like the way it explores the LGBTQ plus community because I love reading them kind of books. And I think it's really nice the way it portrays it all.
It's a book about friendship, loss, first love and getting to know yourself.
The Great Irish Weather Book.
You can learn about weather, clouds, the sea, the sun, wind, lightning, and all that stuff.
I liked about the Great Irish Weather Book because it learns you climate, weather, Irish climate, weather, and it learns you some climate change. It teaches you climate change.
The words and the illustrations can both help to explain, so I can imagine children from the age of 5 to around 9 just looking at the pictures to help them whilst they
progressively grow older, they'll start to read and like to cope on to what's actually happening in the words.
I like this. This is my favourite part. I like the way how the earth looks, so it looks like the real picture of it. And I like the way there's an astronaut that's holding an orange flag.
The Weight of 1,000 Feathers. It's about a boy called Bobby Slade, and he's going through a lot, taking care of his terminally ill mother and his little brother, and also trying to find himself. This book is very powerful. The topics are very serious and sensitive, and it talks about a lot of deep stuff that you probably wouldn't actually talk about in real life.
Tuesdays are just as bad.
First thing I liked was just the concept itself, because the whole concept of mental health isn't really talked about that much, and especially like showed a view of someone who actually survived like in a suicide attempt and who's trying to get through it.
On the day he tries to commit suicide, his ghost appears, a ghost of him.
This book, it's more like angsty, and it's like you feel bad for this person, like what they had to deal with all through the entire book.
I'd recommend it to like anybody that's having like a hard time.
If I could sum this book up in a sentence, I would say sad, depressing, lonely, but keep reading on. It gets more gentle and sensitive.
Between tick and talk. Everybody at the start just stops and doesn't talk to anyone, and then she stops the clock. I like this bit when the clock stops because everyone freezes.
And she goes around and she starts helping loads of people, solving all their problems.
She just gives the city a helping hand, and then she unfreezes the clock.
I liked about this book because it's a kind book and like stuff.
I think the message of the book is to look around and to notice everything, and small actions can do a difference.
It made me feel like I have to be more kind to people and like more happy, because like some people aren't really that nice to other people, and like that made me feel like that I have to be like nice to other people.